We're going. Here we are.
Okay.
Welcome back to the show, folks. This is our day 14, Bourbon Heritage Month. We're making it. We're almost halfway.
Thank you, Jesus. I love my bourbon, but woo!
Well, we're a little bit more prepared this year, so
Yep.
which is nice. And we're not doing the show by the seat of our pants. Well, we kind of are, but not as bad as we were last year.
We're doing one of my favorites tonight.
Well, the cool thing is we're having guests this year, which break up the monotony of you having to talk to me. So anyway, folks, so this next gentleman is going to be his 4th time on the show. We appreciate him so much. He works for Jefferson's Bourbon. He works hand in hand with the owner Trey, and he is the chief barrel officer for Jefferson. So if you need a barrel, you want to buy one, here's your guy. And there he is.
Look how nice it is where you are.
Yeah. Every time I talk to you guys, it's beautiful. So if you call me every day, I'll live a perfect life. It'd be great.
We just really had to come inside because we have like a monsoon going on outside right now. It is.
I love your all's backyard, your backyard cocktail so much. I was like, well, I've got a backyard. I can do that. I've got one of those.
That.
You got a tree?
Yeah, a tree.
I've got, you know what I have, which I know you all appreciate. I've got 2 giant dogs. I don't know if you can see.
Oh,
yes. My English Mastiff. There's Olive, and there's Honey Bear will not get up.
So, Olive and Honey
Bear?
I
know you all appreciate Olive and Honey.
Oh, Olive and Honey.
But it was Honey, but then it morphed into Honey Bear. So
of course. Oh yeah.
And that's what they do all day long, right there. 22 hours a day, right there.
I love that.
No, my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with that.
No, it's a good gig.
Good gig if you can get it, right?
Yeah, don't you look at them all the time and be like, you are the luckiest dogs. You have no idea how lucky you are.
And the leftovers they get, because we cook a lot here, the leftovers are just unbelievable. They eat better than most people. It's ridiculous.
I always say our dogs won the dog lottery.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, there should be no other way.
They get treated better.
Yeah.
They do. I treat the dogs better than I treat you. I'm sure of it.
So true.
Oh, my dogs for sure get that way better treatment.
It's going to be even worse when I go away and go down and hang out with Dan at Jefferson's next week.
Oh, yeah, because I don't get to go.
There was not, you know what? There might have been a +1 on my invitation. I might have forgotten to check that.
It's hard to read the plus signs sometimes.
I didn't have my glasses on, so it's not my fault.
Oh yeah, whatever.
So Dan, for our viewers who haven't necessarily seen you before, which I can't imagine that they haven't. So you've been with Jefferson's for how long?
Just 2 years officially, which is kind of funny because in 1997, I'm standing around with a group of guys, and Trey Zoller's there, our founder, and we're all drinking Red Bull and vodka, and he's like, I'm going to start a bourbon. And this is 1997 when nobody was drinking bourbon, not even in Kentucky, they were hardly drinking it. And we're like, we love you, man, but you're crazy. What do you think? And he's like, not only am I going to start a bourbon, but I'm going to start a.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
Oh,
we lost you, buddy.
Oh no.
Sorry, I lost my phone, got cut off.
That's okay.
And so, he's going to make this premium bourbon. And we're like, you're crazy. And then he finds some old Stitzelweller stuff, this, 18 years old, that is literally the greatest bourbon I've ever had in my life. And he's like, I'm going to sell it for $99. And we're like, we're laughing. Couldn't sell it. You're nuts. Never going to sell it for $99. And it was crazy. This is a funny story. He bought those barrels for like $1,250, I think, per barrel.
God.
And today in Louisville, you can go down to a bar in downtown Louisville and you can get a shot of that for $1,300.
Oh my God.
for a pour. Yeah. We'll get you one when you're here.
Oh my God.
Well, not that one. We'll get you one of the other ones that we have, not the ones that are $1,300.
Yeah, right. I can tell you right now, his budget will not afford that.
Yeah.
Listen, I have very deep pockets and short arms, so I can't reach my wallet.
Exactly.
My buddy Greg will tell you that for sure.
I love it. So it's been this crazy ride with Trey where nobody wanted his stuff. We were putting cases in the back of his car, and he's driving them down to the distributor and begging the distributor, just take these 6 cases. those same people now are coming into Louisville and they're begging us for barrels.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have enough of them. You know, we went from 60,000 cases to 120. We're going to do 250,000 cases this year. And we laugh. We just laugh. I was at Trey's house the other day and he's got a barrel. And he says, congratulations on 10,000 cases. And we're just like, oh my God. We pinch ourselves because we, you know, you go back to 20-year-old stupid Dan and Trey standing around like a bunch of dopes thinking, oh, we're going to, you know, this will be fun. Yeah. And all of a sudden here we are in this, you know, just trajectory like you can't believe, and nobody saw this coming, you know. The whole bourbon world and you know, just those things. I saw Julian Van Winkle getting inducted into the Bourbon Hall of Fame. I think it was yesterday, and he still shakes his head. He's like, you know, I can't believe, and he's just awesome. He seems humble about it, and it's so great. But
it's
awesome.
It's amazing. And the thing is the bourbon people, and even the people who aren't necessarily bourbon people, know Jefferson's. You know, the bottle's iconic, and it's one of those things, you know, it's on the shelf, you know, it's on the back bar, you know, it's
25 years, you know, 25 years we've been schlepping around. Trey's models make friends one bottle at a time, and that's how he got it going.
Yeah. We have a friend who watched our 30 Days of Bourbon last year, and he really wanted to drink bourbon. He's like, I'm a vodka drinker, but I want to drink bourbon. And I'm like, so start drinking Jefferson's. So he went out, he bought himself a bottle, and that's all he drinks now. Yeah. That's all he drinks. And he loves to make himself the horse feather. It was a drink that
it's from your website.
It's from your website, Jefferson's
website.
Oh,
excellent. Oh, good.
And he started with that, and now he casually just sips it with his wife while she drinks her vodka martinis. He drinks his Jefferson's neat, and
Well, you know, and that's the thing. This cocktail that we're making tonight, literally, my mom hates bourbon, and I gave her a sip of this cocktail, and she's like, "This is the best cocktail. What is this?" I'm like, "It's bourbon," and she can't believe it. And then, you know, we have 22 different expressions now. We got 23 coming out soon, but we've got 22 different Jefferson's expressions. So I always say, if Jefferson's isn't your favorite bourbon, you just haven't tried the one you like, because they're all very different.
We're pretty good. We've got, let's see,
you got a few.
We've got the chef's collaboration. Pritchard
I'm going to go out. I'm going to meet Edward Lee here in a little bit. The chef from that chef's collaboration.
Oh, beautiful! Tell him I said hey. What's up?
I will.
And I will tell you this: when Matt is gone and I want a drink, and I don't want to make myself a drink because I am kind of spoiled, he will make me a drink if I want one. I just come right down here and I grab that bottle of Jefferson's Manhattan and I pour it right over some
so good
with a Luxardo cherry, and I'll sip on that all night long. And we have some pretty good friends who are. They are, I don't want to say snobby Manhattan drinkers, but they know their Manhattans. Yeah. And they buy that and they're like, all day long. It's great.
You know, and the thing is that's crazy. Such a great upscale version, because, you know, when I first started in the business, there was the Icebox Manhattan. It was a big plastic jug, you know, and you know, and I think Hugh Blind cocktails. That's how old I am. And it was cocktails for two, I think the Hugh Blind was.
I don't.
But the Icebox, I think they still make the Icebox. We probably even sell it. But anyway, but this the Manhattan is first thing first. It's a cool bottle.
Yeah.
And the way you guys have put the Manhattan together, you can taste the bitters in there. You can taste the
barrel aged. We barrel aged the bitters, and then the whole cocktail's barrel aged. And
that's
it
awesome.
takes forever.
Shout out to our friend Patrick. He loves that.
Yeah.
He's all over Jefferson's, and he's all over the Jefferson's Manhattan. So
it took it a while to get traction. Now we can't keep it in stock. I mean, as you know, it's ridiculous. Yeah, no, I know. Believe me, you can't believe. I get cussed out by my own father.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. It's a great product, and once people know it's out there, it's like, and it's very affordable too, you know, and it's not one of those watered down pre-made ones either. You know,
you don't need to add anything.
No, it's like, hello,
add a cherry. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. And
I keep Luxardos in my pocket just in case.
I kind of got spoiled with those.
Oh, I thought you were glad to see me.
Yes.
Yeah. Just stir that around in that Jefferson's Manhattan, and I'm like, this is phenomenal.
So I think we had some weeded land, and that's out there a little bit.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, good. Yeah.
The weeded ocean.
Right.
And so what do you got coming up, or can you say anything, or
Yeah,
Trey gonna kill you.
I usually get in so much trouble with the things I'm not supposed to talk about, and I don't know. They don't tell me, and then he tells me something, and he doesn't tell me not to say anything. But well, we've got this really cool thing coming out that I think it's kind of common knowledge. Is Trey's 8th generation grandmother was arrested for bootlegging in 1799. Yep. Super cool. She was a Revolutionary War widow. She had 4 kids, and she had to feed them. And so she got arrested. And Trey's dad, Chet Zoller, the amazing Chet Zoller, who's unbelievable bourbon historian, goes back and he finds this arrest record. And he's like, there's the first documented woman in the history of bourbon. And they're related to her, Marion McLean. And so we're coming out with a special distillery only release, Marion McLean.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've got the Voyage 29 Ocean that's just coming out right now, which is my favorite, the wheated ones. I love our wheated bourbons.
Yeah.
And then we've got a special edition New York. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
Yes, I heard it was coming. I wasn't sure exactly when it was going to be.
We're not supposed to talk about that, but it just came out on, I think, Coming Bourbon or something, one of those things, one of those sites. Yeah. So it's out there now, and it's going to be a special deal. It's pretty cool. Yeah. We're gonna cut it with same water you guys use to make the great bagels and everything else in the hot dogs. Yeah. No, it's cool. It's just a cool thing.
Awesome.
And we have a bunch of other things too. Trey never stops. My gosh. I was literally, his dad lives right down the street from me the other day. And he was there the other day and he's like, taste this, try this. And I go, what is this? And he's like, it's this thing that we're working on. I'm like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. Yeah. He goes, yeah, that's out of the barrel. So try it when we cut it. And it was even more amazing. So it's just fun stuff. Yeah. And that's his deal. He's always, he knows that distilling is not his thing, that's kind of been mastered already, but what's going on in the wood. And just like what I'm going to be pouring today is my Pritchard Hill, another one of my favorites, what happens to it when it goes into a Cabernet barrel. It's unbelievable. It's amazing.
It's
super
crazy.
Cool stuff. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. And, and the thing is too, I think we talked about this last time, but I was following Trey on Instagram during the pandemic and he would do like this little show by himself and he'd have his bottles and he'd answer some questions. So he had, God, I think it was like 3 or 4 different bottles, all with like a little bit. So he poured it all together. It's like shaking it up. And he's like, yeah, I'm just doing a little blend. And I'm like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
He's like a mad scientist, He's like, yes.
Oh, 100%. You can't believe the things he's got parked around in barrels, and it's getting cold over here, and it's heating up over there. It's so cool. But we were at the distillery actually down the road at what we call the J Club, is where it's our single barrel house, which hopefully you'll see when you're here next week. But he's on the phone on a conference call, kind of like this, and he's talking, and I'm looking around, and I pull out this bottle, and it's got just like that blue tape on it, and it says Voyage 2. And I look at him and he goes, oh yeah, save that. And I'm like, it's Voyage 2. It's the second word, Voyage 29. This is goes back to 2011 or 12 or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'll save this. I'm taking it home. It's in my basement right now because you can't just leave it laying around here.
Oh my God. Yeah, so that'll go in somebody's pocket for sure.
Yeah.
Like mine if I go buy it.
Crazy. Yeah. We'll pull it out and taste it. There's plenty in there. It's great.
I need to be on this trip.
You're gonna come out, after the trip's over and stuff. You're gonna click on a couple drinks of the Clarks. Welcome to Backyard Cocktails. Check out this blue tape.
Yeah, we found this.
An original Voyage 2.
This one says
Trey's garage.
This one says Voyage 7.
Yeah. We found this in a tire swing in Trey's backyard. Good.
And
that's what it's kind of like, though.
That's the cool thing too about it is you guys don't necessarily. I mean, you're serious about bourbon, but you don't take yourselves too seriously about. You know what I mean?
And that's the brilliantness of brilliantness. I don't know if that's a word or not, but that's why Trey's brilliant, is because he said, "I want to see the world. I want to meet as many people as I can, and how can I do that?" And he did it through bourbon, and he's done it. And he's doing it right now. Trey was in Las Vegas last night. He went to San Diego today, and then he's going to Montana for the weekend, and all bourbon-related events and things. So he sent me a video of him singing on stage somewhere at something in Las Vegas. I don't know what he was doing. So,
definitely don't quit your day job, right?
That's awesome.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, he just kind of mumbled sounds at the end there, but he was having fun.
Well, that's usually
all that matters.
That's usually the litmus test for me to know if I've been drinking too much. If I turn around and there's a band behind me,
That's a pretty good one.
That's definitely a thing. Or I'm singing karaoke. That's in doing my Joe Cocker. That's when I go, okay.
That's your go-to karaoke?
Yeah, I'm gonna be hurting tomorrow. Yeah.
That's right.
So funny. We are we're gonna talk about a cocktail that I was introduced to by this gentleman on the show here, Dan, and I, of course, because I'm me.
Did you get all choked up over it?
I did a little bit.
He does. He does.
I'm the same.
Well, we're doing the Dan Derby, of course.
You're letting the air out of the bag.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we are.
So,
I didn't know
of course,
Dan Derby, right there.
Oh yeah,
listen.
Dan.
The same wacko guy sent this to me too.
So he sent my 82-year-old mother-in-law his mother-in-law to the post office. You got to make sure Dan gets this on time.
It was so professionally done. It was all perfectly.
Hey, listen, I don't mess around, my friend.
Yeah,
and the cool thing is because I'm me, I don't necessarily do things the right way. So I have made the Dan Derby syrup. Now the Dan Derby syrup, you just can't get this at any you can't get this like the local Piggly Wiggly.
Because
you know what I mean?
Don't sell it, dear.
You can't get it at the Piggly Wiggly or the Publix
not yet.
Or whatever
you never
got
know.
down there.
I know.
So listen, make sure.
Soon.
Have Trey try it, and we'll get in the syrup business. Anyway,
I think we might be onto something.
So this is grapefruit juice per se, and honey. So this is everything that goes into the Dan Derby, which I call is the new signature cocktail from the Clarks. It's going to probably go in our cocktail book if we ever put it together. So it's basically a brown Derby, but using grapefruit honey syrup.
Perfect. I'm excited to try it, but you need to tell people, I guess, how to make a brown Derby, and it's the easiest thing in the world.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So 1 part honey syrup, 2 parts fresh ruby red grapefruit juice. Get good juice and squeeze it yourself, and then 3 parts Jefferson bourbon. Any one you want. Rye, if you want, maybe if you want to try a rye, it's pretty awesome. The ocean rye is really good in a cocktail.
Much any Jefferson.
Yep,
it really does. And you know what? Don't tell anybody else this, but it also works with tequila and mezcal, which we make tequila and mezcal as well. Jefferson doesn't, but our parent company does. It's just one of those great versatile cocktails. I love it. It is.
I mean, I love a grapefruit cocktail. I really do.
Yeah,
I do too.
And this is probably going to be one of the best.
Yeah. I will say this: you've been working on these cocktail syrups for years, and you have perfected them.
I perfected a few, and I think this you'll find is fantabulous.
Have you tried
I'm very excited. No. I've been waiting.
Awesome.
This is the maiden voyage.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Okay.
Where's the duct tape? Where's the blue tape?
My sad shaker. I need a better shaker. I want one like you've got. I've got the sad. I don't even know what it says. I don't know. I got it.
You would think it would say Jefferson.
Came with a refrigerator, I think.
Help him out. We might be able to help you out.
Say Jefferson's right.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah, we know a couple guys.
Have I shown you this?
Oh, I like the shark
cocktail spoon for oceans. Yeah, those are fun. I do have that.
Oh, you got to get yourself
Jefferson's napkins. That's all I got. All right. Oh no, I have a glass. I have my cool Jefferson's glasses.
That's all I got. He said.
Oh, beautiful.
I got those. All right.
Yeah, we have one of those glasses at our house. Is one of them.
Yeah.
All right. What are we
doing? Happens. All right. So we're gonna let this rip.
All right.
All right. Tell me what I'm doing.
I can't wait.
So if you want to do yours, I'll do mine here.
Yeah.
All right, Jim, because I know you got lots of Jeffersons at home. My friend Jim, my coworker, get yourself your drinks together because you're going to be able to make this drink for yourself.
Yeah, you can make your own. You can make your own honey syrup really easily. It's just honey emulsified with a little water.
You can emulsify it with the juice if you want that one because it's easier. Because if you put straight honey into a cold thing, it's going to turn into taffy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then here we go.
How much of my syrup am I putting in?
Okay, so this is a semi-rich, so it's a little sweeter. So it's So I would say probably if you're doing one, probably like a half ounce, 3/4.
Okay. I think I may overdone it, but I don't care.
That's okay.
I like it sweeter. So we also have to see what
I'm putting more in because we're doing 2 here.
I don't know if you can read that or not, but specially picked by me.
Oh, I like that.
With my cool labels.
What does
Yeah.
ours say?
Ours says,
I'll get you one.
bought
I'll get you one of these.
Ours says government warning.
Yeah. Government warning. Don't drink it if I'm pregnant.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
I'm gonna shake mine. Right? Are you shaking yours? I'm
Yes,
shaking
sir.
mine. I don't
Yes,
care.
sir.
I love it.
That bourbon is killing me. Did we put grapefruit in there?
Yeah, I did. First thing.
Well, I'm serving it over. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna. And I brought a bunch of fruit out. I'm excited for my fruit. The smell of this syrup you made is amazing. Wow. Bourbon time.
Yeah.
The bourbon gone.
Yeah, it's like
wow.
Sounds like we're monks.
These are good glasses.
They are, yeah.
Mine is so pretty. So I don't know if you guys, there's so much stuff going on. You're going to be freaking out when you get here next week. It's so busy for Bourbon Heritage Month, obviously for Kentucky, but Bourbon and Beyond starts tonight or tomorrow, for 4 days. It's just, there's so much stuff going on. So much fun. But yeah.
Just keep rubbing it in.
Oh, sorry.
She'll be fine.
I'm actually very happy for my husband. He deserves this trip, and I'm so happy for him.
We're actually going to come back down.
We are going to come back down together where I can.
Good.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a show with you, and we'll see if we can
live all together.
Hornswoggle.
Oh yeah.
See if we can hornswoggle that Trey guy and.
Yeah. Yeah. No, let's do it. That'll be a blast. This is unbelievable. This is so good. It's amazing.
All right, here we go.
Your syrup is the best.
I see you do your own twist. That's not right.
I did it. Did I not do it right?
Yeah, you did it, but you didn't do mine.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm a little selfish.
Cheers, love you.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, are you kidding? That is so delicious.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the new Dan Derby. That
is called the Dan Derby, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, how tasty is that? Wow.
You know, Dan, I'm very humble, but
he looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, this stuff is ridiculous. This is gonna go on. We do need to bottle this.
I'm so glad that it got there for the show.
Me too.
I got to tip my mother-in-law. Give her like a tenner,
I didn't use that much either. I just used a little shot of it. It's perfect.
That's the thing with the syrup is, so it has honey in it, but it also has some semi-unrefined sugar. So I do everything by weight. So so I made sure that it was like a semi-rich. So it's 1.5 sugar to 1 juice.
Yeah.
So,
but I will say this: that's okay. The beauty of this drink is that you can still taste the bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
You can taste the grapefruit. You taste the little bit of sweetness. Nothing overpowers anything else, which is what I love about it.
If you want this to be a bourbon heavy drink, you just add a little extra bourbon. Sure. And if you want to go lighter, you can add some sparkling water. Or
Oh, good idea.
You know what I ran into?
That's a great idea.
What I ran into at the grocery store was that Topo Chico they have.
Yeah.
The mineral water. They make a grapefruit flavor.
Yep.
Oh,
a
little splash of that in there.
Yeah.
To keep yourself hydrated.
Yeah. I love Fever Tree. The Q ones are good.
Yeah.
Fever Trees are my favorite right now. I haven't tried the Topo Chico flavored one.
Yeah. So what we use. So what we use
is going down really easy.
Mm-hmm.
So what we used was the Jefferson's Reserve, which is obviously a beautiful, beautiful bourbon. But when you taste this, you can taste the barrel.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
I
unbelievable.
love the fact that I can still taste the bourbon. I like the taste of bourbon. I don't want to mask it.
No, God no.
And this is just, you've got just enough of everything else in there that it just complements each other. I don't.
It's a cocktail. And you can definitely, like I said, you can tweak it. This is my new favorite.
And then for me too, I've always thought, maybe I'm off base here, but I've always thought that grapefruit has almost like a pepper component to it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the finish,
Yeah.
And it really lends well to this Jefferson's.
Well,
Reserve.
and I think I think ruby red grapefruits are the way to go too for this cocktail, because I like
agree.
that it's just a little sweeter. I think it's got a little more sweetness, but then it still has that bite at the end, which I love.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I think
so it's interesting. So you use Jefferson Reserve. So our Jefferson Reserve is a blend of 4 different bourbons, and one of them makes up 65% of the mash bill, and that's a high rye whiskey.
Oh, okay.
So and then there's 3 other bourbons involved. Yeah. So then we take that and we put it into all kinds of other things. So like this one I used, you can see it there.
Yeah,
is our Pritchard Hill made with Chapelay Winery. We use their wine barrels, and it's what you're tasting. If we set them right next to each other, it's so unbelievable what happens to that whiskey. It's the same stuff you're drinking, but it's put into a wine barrel, and it is amazing. You all know you had it, but it's just, it blows me away every time I set them next to each other and taste them. It's just like amazing what happens to it after it goes into a wine barrel, an old rum barrel, a different wine barrel from France. We use those. So
I haven't had the rum barrel yet. I'm very interested to get that.
It's my favorite of all time, and I'll pull you a sample when you get here, and we'll kind of go through them, and because it's by far my favorite. We take 5-year-old bourbon barrels. We send them to Bermuda, where they're filled with Gosling's rum for 20 years, 20-year-old, and then they come back here. They're 25-year-old barrels. They look like they're not going to hold juice at all. Like they're just going to fly everywhere.
You run into it and it falls all over.
It looks like it. I mean, they're beaten up. They're 25 years old. Yeah. Gosling's rum. They make a 20-year-old Gosling, and they don't make a lot of it, so we don't get a lot of those barrels. So when we get them, we just we don't make a lot of it, so it's hard to find. But man, when the stuff that comes out of there, and I don't even like rum that much, but I love this Gosling's bourbon influence on our bourbon is ridiculous. It's really good.
Let me ask you this question. So you get the barrels and bring them here? You don't send them product?
No, they come to we want to age it in Kentucky because it's so similar. Everything's so similar there. It's so hot.
Yeah.
For the most part, they get a little winter, but not much. When it comes here, we want to get the that in and out time for about a year, 14 months. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And then those barrels, man, they're shot when we're done with them. Somebody does something with them, but probably a lawn chair or something out here. Like everything else in Kentucky. Oh yeah, everything in Kentucky is made from a bourbon barrel right now. It's awesome. Somebody driving one the other day.
That is so funny.
That's great.
That is so funny.
That's funny.
I gotta tell you, this cocktail here probably could cure a rainy day, and I think it did because it's raining here.
Oh, it's
pouring. And I'm okay with it.
Oh, is it? No. Yeah. So I've been drinking a lot of Boulevardiers lately because I love Negronis and I love those. But I use Aperol instead of Campari. But man, I think we're gonna have 90-degree weather here the next 3 or 4 days, so I'm back to these beauties. This is perfect.
Lucky you.
This is so good. Yeah. No, it's great. We have this Bourbon and Beyond, and it's monsoon. It's been rained out. It's been it's just terrible weather, but it's great now. So we're lucky.
Nice.
And we're loving it. Yeah.
Awesome.
We should come down for Bourbon and Beyond sometime.
You definitely should.
I
cool.
would love to. Aren't you going to be there for it?
No, it's this weekend, right?
It starts tomorrow night. Yeah, it used to be 2 nights. It used to be Saturday, Sunday. Now it's 4 nights. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It'll be done by the time I'm there.
Oh yeah, we need to go for that.
Yeah.
No, we have. Yeah, so they keep the same stage set up, and it's louder than life. Where it's all these metal bands for you next week. So we can go see metal bands.
Score.
That's right.
Oh, and if he's up there singing karaoke, he's had too much bourbon.
If we're sitting there watching metal, and you go, wait a second. Where's Matt? Oh, he's on stage.
There he is again with Metallica. Excellent.
Oh my god.
Yeah, why can't I talk in the morning? Well, you're on stage and you did four song encore.
Yeah.
But nobody could understand what you were saying. Yeah.
So beside everything you have told us so far, is there anything new for Jefferson's that you want to kind of give us a little clue on? What's coming out, what's coming up, what do we need to know?
Yeah, that's about it. I can't give you specifics, but there are 2 other projects that are spring and then next fall are going to
beautiful.
They're going to be pretty exciting, and it's just one more cool, amazing thing that
that's awesome.
Yeah,
we should do
travel all around the world with it. Oh, we are. Yeah,
we should do for the holidays. We should do a Dan Derby holiday pack where you get Pritchard Hill and then a Dan Derby syrup
I
in
love
a coupe glass.
Yeah. I mean,
you heard it here, folks.
Syrup will be.
I'm trying to work.
I'm not kidding. This is insane. This is some of the best
well,
drink
listen,
mix I've ever had.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you worked with it, and listen, it's one of those things. It's not just necessarily for cocktails. You can throw that in a little club soda, and
no, you could totally make a.
And I like that idea that you said with the seltzer water, the Topo Chico on the top.
Yeah, if you want a little more refreshing, and or just thin it out.
Well, if you want to, not do like a heavier drink,
right.
Well, I don't do that.
Not
personally.
like swing it back.
I want a heavy drink.
yeah.
Like you mean maybe take your time and drink it a little slower.
I'll show you how Trey. I'll show you how Trey will use it. Trey will be like, "Oh, this is great," and he'll go like this and just pass it around a big tumbler of bourbon. Like there's my cocktail. That's the way he makes them.
I used to have buddies of mine that would come to the bar that I worked at when I was younger, and they go, "Hey, I need give me a scotch on the rocks with a splash of water." So I'd make them a scotch on the rocks like this, and I take the soda gun, and I go just like this. They go, "What are you doing?" I go, "There's water in it. It's called ice cubes."
That's right.
Oh,
good.
Yeah, those are the days.
Those were the good days. It's fun, isn't it? It's just simple, and you're just making your buddies cocktails.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's my life right now. That's what I do.
Yeah, really.
Hold on.
That's what I'm trying to get back into.
Yeah. Well, come down and see me down here. I'll show you the. It's called the J Club, is what we call it, the Jefferson Clubs, where we do our single barrels. That's basically my office. And Trey calls it Little Danny's Playhouse because it's so much fun. We got a pool table, a big screen TV, a giant bar, every alcohol you can have ever.
Yeah.
It's great.
Love it.
You're going to have to come up with a secret handshake.
Yeah. No, we do need something good like that. Yeah.
For sure.
There's Honey is coming over to visit. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Honey.
Yeah. Hold on. You want to say hi to Honey? Yeah. Hey, Honey.
Hi,
look at her. What a sweetie.
She is a big sweetie.
Yeah, we can tell we're dog people.
We are dog people.
I know.
Sure.
I love when your own dogs are on. That's the best.
Oh,
you got big ones.
Well, the thing is, they don't come downstairs, which is weird.
Yeah, they won't come down in the basement while we're down here.
It's probably good because there's wires and lights and crap everywhere. This looks like somebody's studio. It's not really a basement; it's more of a studio.
My computer gets turned off all the time because my power cord's on the ground, and she just walks by and steps on it. Well, you don't mean to, do you?
Well, the funny thing is when we were doing one of our shows, we were doing it upstairs at our dinner table. We're doing a show, and I think honestly it was Jefferson's Ocean.
Yeah.
So we're talking about it. We're doing the show. We're making a drink, and all of a sudden Ramona goes behind Patty.
Oh yeah.
And hits the camera.
Oh, no.
And next thing you know, all you're seeing is ceiling. And we don't really
talking.
Yeah, we're kind of like one takers. We don't necessarily edit too much. So I go, well, we just hit a rogue wave, and I put it back up, and we sat down, we finished the show. I think you can find it on YouTube. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's good. I love it.
Sure.
That's
another thing too. The whole ocean thing has taken on a life of its own. And if you're a fan of ocean, go on Facebook and look for the Ocean Fan Facebook page because it's awesome.
Oh,
they do a great job, and they're giving away stuff. It's a couple from Connecticut actually.
No kidding.
They run it. They're great.
We should get them on our show.
Fan group. No, you should. They're great. Yeah, no, they'd be great.
We really should.
What's up?
All right.
Well, listen, Dan, I appreciate you coming on. This is always a pleasure, and I'm glad that the package got to you. Did you get this thing too?
Yeah, I didn't know if we needed it or not, but I'm really excited to use it.
That's another thing.
No.
That's
very
just
cool
for you to try and do your stuff with them. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't wait. That's a neat device.
It's the greatest smoker in the business.
It really is.
Yeah, it's so fun.
We have a friend, Zach, who makes these from Oak and Iron TX, and it's all American made, which is what we love. And
love it. Yeah.
If you don't know how to use it or whatever, Matt will show you. Yeah. But it really just
it's amazing how mellow the smoke is too.
Yeah. It's mellow.
Because it's all self-contained too. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like where you put your glass under a dome and then you get smoke all over your hands.
It's really cool.
Like just in your cocktail. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But listen, Dan,
chips and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thank you so much, sir.
Thank you guys.
You
I can't wait for number 5. Let's do that. Schedule that one.
Yeah.
I get to be number 5. Get a jacket and everything.
Yeah. Oh yes. I'll have my mother start crocheting as we speak.
Yeah.
And
Come
do
on, do
not
something.
let my husband have too much fun without me. That's all I gotta say.
We'll send pictures and
I will
you'll be able to judge for yourself.
Well, while I'm there, honey, I will be inconsolable for at least 35 seconds.
You really will be upset. Yeah. It's gonna be miserable. It won't be as much fun as it looks.
It's true. Yeah. It's called, what do we call it in the business? Work.
Work. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Awesome.
So listen, Dan, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Cheers, you guys.
Day 14, Bourbon Heritage Month.
Yeah.
Cheers, my friend. Cheers to Honey and Olive.
Oh, that's right. You guys got some cheers.
And I will see you shortly.
Yep. See you guys soon.
All right.
Thanks,
take care.
Dan.
Thank you,
bye.
Dan.
Bye-bye. Thank
so
you
much.
all.
There you have it, folks. Our friend Dan Burke from Jefferson's Bourbon. What a great guy, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
He really
and not only that, but he's
genuine.
His mother was a Clark, no relation, but you might as well be. Anyway, so folks, this is day 14, Bourbon Heritage Month. We're doing the Dan Derby, which is like the Brown Derby, but of course we messed around with it. So
it's good.
That is our show. Thank you so much. Check us out tomorrow.
Yeah, squeaky chair.
Yeah, you do.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.